Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum friends, my name is Suhail Ahmed and today we are going to configure 3 router with static connection. But still, if you have not subscribed my channel, kindly subscribe my channel and also click on the bell icon so you can get notification of every new video. So let's take 3 router from here. Click on the network devices and then take router from here. Then take switch, click here. Now take 2 PC for each network, click here and devices and then 2 PC for each network. Now for the connection, click on the connection cable and then click on copper straight through wire, or you can also click on the automatically chosen connection type. So click here. Now to connect the switch with router, again you can also automatically choose connection type. Now because we are going to configure these router with serial connection, so add port WIC-IT in router. So click on the router and then go to config. Here you have port gigabit ethernet 0/0/0. Here you don't have any serial port, so click on physical. Okay, so in router 4321 we don't have any serial ports, so let's delete all these router. Click on del button and yes. Let's take another router 2811. So here you have serial port WIC-IT. So take this router 3 times. For the connection, click on the connection cable. For a serial port, click on router and then scroll this, and here you can see that the sign power on off. If you don't turn off the powers and you draw this port, you have an error, cannot add a module when the power is on. So click OK and then turn off the router and then draw this port here and then again turn on the router. So here you can see this green color, so it means the router is turned on. So now go to config. Here you can see that the serial port. Close this. Now again add the serial port in router 2. Turn off the router, then WIC-IT, then turn on the router again. Then again here you can see that the serial port serial 0/3/0. Okay, close this. Now on third router, click here, turn off, then take this port and then turn on. So again in config you can see that serial port. Okay, close this. So now for the serial port, click on serial DCE cable. So now select serial port from here. So now in middle router we need 2 serial port because this router again connect with the third router. So click here, again turn off the router and then take WIC-IT port from here, and then in config you can turn on, and then in config you can see that 2CL port here. Okay, close. Now click here and then choose serial 0/2/0 and then click here serial 0/3/0. So now let's assign the IP address to PCs. Click here, config, desktop IP configuration, and then right here 192.168.10.10, enter. And then because we have router in our workspace, so we need default gateway. The default gateway is 192.168.10.1. copy this, Control C, and then click here desktop IP configuration, and then paste here, and then 10.11. the default gateway is same for the same network, so copy here, and default gateway is same, you can see that. Now click here. Now because this is a different network from the previous network, so desktop IP configuration, and you should change the IP address, so 10 to 11, 11.10, and the subnet mask is also 11.1. paste here, and then 11.1. click here desktop IP configuration, and then here 192.168.11.11, and the default gateway is 192.168.11.1. now click here desktop IP configuration, and then here Control V, 12.10. You can take any IP address, Control V, 12.1, desktop IP configuration, and then paste 12.11, and then paste 12.1. so also write the IP address in our workplace, so click here and then 10.10, and then here 10.11, 11.10, and then here 11.11, 12.10, and then 12.11. Also write here the default gateway. Default gateway is actually the IP address of the router, so write the default gateway near to router. Now similarly also write the subnet mask. Click here IP configuration, then subnet mask is 255.255.255.0, Control C. I think every network has the same subnet mask, so click here IP configuration, same subnet mask, and then click here IP configuration, and then here you can see that subnet mask is same for each network, so right here and for this network also same subnet mask, and for this network. Now right here 10.10.10.0, and the subnet mask is 255.255.255.250, and then similarly right here 11.11.11.0, and the subnet mask is 255.255.255.250. Okay, so we already assigned the IP addresses to these PCs. So now let's configure the router. Click on the router and then go to fast Ethernet 0/0. You can also do this by using CLI, by using commands. First we configure the router by using user interface, and then the second router we are going to configure with CLI. So fasten as 0/0, and then right here the IP address. So here you can see that F0/0, and this port is connected with this network. So here the IP address is 192.168.10.1. so right here 192.168.10.1, and subnet mask is assigned automatically, and port status is on. And then now go to serials 0/3/0. So click here, and then here the IP address is 10.10.10.0. This is the network IP address. So right here 10.10.10.1, and the subnet mask is 255.0.0.0. so change here the subnet mask 10.0.0.0. also change this subnet mask 0.0.0. so now go to router configuration, click on the port status on, and then select the clock rate 1 to 8. In this serial connection you don't see any changing yet because still we are not configured the second router. So click on the second router. Now you can configure with using this user interface, but in second router we configure with CLI command. So click here. Now go to the enable modes, right here en, and then go to the configuration mode, config T, enter. So we are in the configuration mode right now. So now here you can see that the port is F0/0. so right here the interface F int F0/0. now add the IP address, IP add. So the IP address is for this port 192.168.11.1. so right here 192.168.11.1, and the subnet mask is 255.255.255.0. enter. So now here for the serial port we have two serial port, S0/3/0 and S0/2/0. so first exit the configuration mode, right here int S0/3/0, enter. so now for this port S0/3/0 the IP address is 10.10.10.0. add the IP address, IP add 10.10.10. so we know that the IP address for this port 0/3/0 is 10.10.10.1. so we should write here 10.2, and the subnet mask is 255.0/0/0, enter. so because the router port are down by default, so here write no shutdown for SH, enter, and here you can see that the status is up. so also write no shut before the exit command for F0/0. We can also change the status config F0/0. so you can see here the port status is not on, but the port status of serial 0/3/0 is on because we write no shut for this port, but we forget to write no shut for this port F0/0. so we can also change the status from here. so click here, and then again go to CLI. now for a second port S0/2/0, right, first exit from here, and then again write int S0/2/0, enter. here you can see that the connection is established yet, and you can see the green signal. so now add the IP address, IP add. so the IP address is 11.11.11.0. we can take the IP address from this network. so right here 11.11.11.1, and the subnet mask is 255.0.0.0, enter. So we can also choose the clock rate. So right here, because you can see the clock here, so clock rate is clock rate 12800, enter. So again right here, no shutdown. So now write exit and then end the configuration mode, and then now save the configuration, write WR, and here you can see that building configuration, so it means configuration is saved now. Close this. So now here the port S0/2/0 is configured, but the port S0/3/0 for this for this router is not configured. So here you don't see any signal yet. So click on the third router and then go to config, and here you can see that F0/0 port and S0/3/0. So first click on the fast Ethernet 0/0. So right here the IP address 192.168.12.1. Here you can see that the IP address and the subnet mask is assigned automatically, and port status is on. Then go to the CL port 0/3/0. Here the IP address is 11.11.11.2, and its IP address is 255.0.0.0. Port status is on. Then close this. So now the connection is established between these two routers. So now let's check is the ping command working between these network or not. So click here, go to command prompt, right here ping, and the IP address is for this network. So right here 192.168.12.11, enter. So here you can see that destination host unreachable, so it means the connection is not established between these network, but this PC can communicate with PC1. So click here, command prompt, and right here ping 192.168.10.11, enter. So here the reply is coming from PC1. First router don't know about the second network and third network. So let's configure the first router again. Click here and then go to CLI. Now go to the enable mode, write EN, and then go to the configuration mode. Now before go to the configuration mode, first show IP route here. So SH IP route, enter. Now here you can see that the first router is connected only with these two networks, 10.10.10.0 and 192.168.10.0. So this router only know about these two networks. First router don't know about the 192.168.11.0 network or the network 11.11.11.0 network or the network 192.168.12.11. So let's add this network in router 1. So go to the configuration mode, config T, enter. So let's add the IP route 192.168.11.0, and the subnet mask is 255.255.255.0, and then right here the IP address which we used for this port S0/3/0, and the IP address for this port is 10.10.10.2, enter. Now this network is added successfully. Again IP route 192.168.12.0, and the subnet mask is 255.255.255.0, and then again write the same IP address 10.10.10.2, enter. So this network is also again successfully added, and then the remaining network is 11.11.11.0. So right here IP route 11.11.11.0, and the subnet mask is 255.0.0.0, and then write the similar IP address 10.10.10.2, enter. Okay, sorry, just write here IP route 11.0.0.0, and the subnet mask is 255.0.0.0, and then 10.10.10.2, enter. So now let's exit the configuration mode and then show the IP route, sh IP route. So now you can see that all the network are configured in router 1. Now close this. Now similarly configure the second router, click here and go to CLI. Now go to the enable mode, write en, and then show the IP route, show IP route, enter. Here the 3 networks are already added, and then the remaining network are 192.168.10.0 and 192.168.11.0. so add these IP routes. So go to the configuration mode, config T, and then write here IP route 192.168.10.0, and the subnet mask is 255.255.255.0, and here the IP address is, for this network we write the IP address which we used for this port S0/3/0. so right here 10.10.10.1, enter. So now add the second network, IP route 192.168.12.0, and the subnet mask is 255.255.255.0, and then here we should write the IP address which we use for this port S0/3/0. so right here 11.11.11.2, enter. So now exit the configuration mode and then show the IP route, sh IP route, enter. So here you can see that all the 5 networks are added successfully. Close this and then configure the third router, click here, go to CLI and then go to the enable mode, en, and then show the IP route, show IP route. So now here we have only 2 networks, we need to add the other IP route. So go to the configuration mode, config T, enter, IP route, and then write here this network 192.168.11.0, and the subnet mask is 255.255.255.0, and here the IP address which we used for this port S0/2/0. so right here 11.11.11.1, enter. So now add this network. So right here IP route 10.0.0.0, and the subnet mask is 255.0.0.0, and here the IP address is same 11.11.11.1, enter. And then the remaining network is 192.168.10.0. so right here IP route 192.168.10.0, subnet mask is 255.255.255.0, and here the IP address is same 11.11.11.1, enter. So now exit the configuration mode and show the IP route, sh IP route. So here you can see that all the 5 networks are added successfully. Close this. So now let's check by using ping command. Enter here, go to command prompt and then ping 192.168.12.10, enter. Okay, request timeout. The first 3 times request timeout, but the 4th time reply from 192.168.12.10. so if we ping again to this PC, reply should be coming from this PC. So now the reply is coming 2 times. So let's check from another PC. So click on PC 2, go to command prompt and then ping to the first network 192.168.10.10, enter. So here you can see that the reply is coming from the PC 0. So now let's check by using PDU message. Click here and then go PC 0 to PC 4, go to simulation and then click on the play button. The message is sending from PC 0 to switch and then switch to router. And here the message is successfully sent to the PC 4 and then the acknowledgement is returned back to the PC 0. So here you can see that the acknowledgement is successfully received. Hopefully you can understand all the concept. If you like my video, kindly like the video and also share with your friend. Also subscribe my channel and click on the bell icon so you can get notification of every new video. Take care. Allah Hafiz.